does not affect your site. Now get back to work.
We've been warning you for months. There'll be no more cutting corners.
These men can be fined up to $22,000 each for stopping work.
We need a meeting.
Their union can be fined up to $110,000. If they refuse to cooperate with the relevant authority, they could face 6 months jail.
Authorised M. Kingham, CFMEU Melbourne.
Thank you to Kim Beazley. The advertisement that you have just seen is pretty hard to believe, but it's true. Building workers have been specially targeted by the government. They risk fines and imprisonment for standing up for their rights, even for something as simple as holding a workplace meeting. In the building industry, the government has given itself the power to summons workers to secret interrogations. If they do not attend, they face up to 6 months jail, and 6 months jail if they refuse to answer questions, and 6 months jail if they tell anyone, including their family, about the questions they were made to answer. These extraordinary coercive powers are being used against ordinary working people. This has happened to workers in Western Australia, where so far 107 people have been charged for taking industrial action. Let's hear their story.
On February 21st, the temperature hit 38 degrees at the Mandurah Rail construction site in Western Australia. Fearing for the workers' safety, the union delegate on the site sent everyone home, and the company sacked him.
You're supposed to have the right to withdraw your labour if there is a problem. And that is what people's fighting for. It's their safety, it's their lives.
In support of their sacked union delegate, the workers took industrial action. The case went to the Industrial Relations Commission, which ruled in favour of the union delegate. The dispute was settled and everyone went back to work.
4 months after that, we get issued with a writ of $28,000. Unbelievable. From the federal Australian government. Unbelievable.
For taking this industrial action in support of the union delegate, 107 workers were charged by the federal government. The charges are that the workers are in breach of John Howard's new building and construction industry IR laws. The 107 workers face fines of up to $28,600 each.
When I got the knock on the door at 8:30, I opened the door, there's a lady standing there with the writ. She said, "Are you Hugh Ward?" And I said, "Yes." And she just handed me these papers. I opened it up and I basically said to the wife, "Jesus Christ, what the hell is this?"
As I'm trying to get out my car, I've got this person shoving this notice in my face. So when I entered the house, I'd found out from my wife and my son and my daughters that this bloke had been coming back and forward to the door for hours, harassing them, saying, "Where's your husband? What time's he home?"
Now, $28,000, 600 writ, that's the penalty. I don't have that sort of money, and I am prepared to go to jail if that's what it takes.
I have to stay strong for my kids. They ask me every day, is Dad going to jail? It's very hard to explain to little children why Daddy's going to court, and being fined so much money.
There's been threats that they're going to take our home if we don't pay, or they could possibly go to jail. We've worked hard all our lives, and this is what our reward is, our home.
Well, I feel insulted to think that another fellow Australian would do this to a small family. I just don't know how or if we're going to get over this hurdle.
To think that John Howard or any other politician can bring such reforms into this country that Australian people don't want. He continually talks about what the Australian people want. Well, here, John, ask the Australian people, this is not what we want.
We are going to fight to defend those people and anyone else who finds themselves in that position.